to Christmas, and we are bringing you our weekly market update. We missed a week, I think last week, with the holidays coming up and everything, but we didn't want to go 2 weeks in a row without getting you guys an update on what's going on in the real estate market here around Portland.
Still plenty of closings right now around the holidays, although most of you probably are thinking about your holiday plans. There's still activity, so we're here to report on it for you.
That's right.
And give you a little news as usual.
Absolutely. So we will dive right into it. So we have essentially 169 active listings on the market. This is the greater Portland area. We cover two general areas during this report. We look at the Portland area, and then we turn our attention to the coastal and waterfront areas in Casco Bay. So first we start with the Portland area. 169 active listings on the market. Works out to 82 condos, 69 single-family homes, and 19 multi-family homes.
All right.
Okay, that's a 10% increase in residential units since our last market watch, with 6 multifamilies leaving the market. So we're down slightly on the multifamilies.
All right.
This past week had 28 closings in the Portland market. So like Matt said, even though it's Christmas week, closings are still happening here in the Portland market. Lowest price closing was a townhouse style condo in East Deering. It sold in just 57 days for $225,000. $13,000 less than the original list price. Had a slight price reduction there.
Yep.
It was a 2-bed, 1.5 bath, and 1,200 square feet. So a nice size for a townhouse style condo. Highest priced home this past 10 days was a 3-unit in the East End with 2 1-bedroom units and 1 3-bedroom unit. A New English style, was built in the 1880s. Has been popular in the past few years to purchase a property such as this one and completely redo it. We see this happening now. Renovate it, take it from like a house or apartments, turn it into condominiums.
Yeah, a lot of projects like that.
Yep, especially in the East End, Munjo Hill. It sold after only 20 days on the market, very, very quickly, for $600,000, $1,000 more than the original list of $599.
I thought that was interesting.
Right, which more than likely they had multiple offers on it, people looking for that. These properties are in high demand because it allows you often to, not even so much as an investor, but more often than not, we're seeing them as owner-occupants. Someone wants to come in, we'll take one of the units, and then other 2 or 3 units, we'll rent them out and subsidize or even pay for the entire building.
Especially that East End neighborhood, the rents are really strong over there.
Right.
You know, one of the strongest in the whole state, realistically. So if you're looking to invest, it's one of the more attractive areas.
That's right. That's right. Perfect. Now let's turn our attention to some Portland area news that affects the real estate market around here.
So this one is a little bit beyond the greater Portland area, but it's a news story about Bethel and Sunday River ski area. A lot of us head up that way for the winter. You know, winter Christmas vacations right now, a lot of you might be skiing. And so for the first time, North Conway lost and Bethel won as the #1 America's Best Ski Town.
Wow.
Which is pretty cool. This was by USA Today, and they ranked Bethel #1 out of 20 nominations by a panel of ski experts and editors, and then the readers of USA Today selected the top 10 by popular vote. Bethel has never been in the top 10 at all, and in the past 4 years, only North Conway has been able to get top 10, with still getting #7 several years back. So this is pretty big.
Cool.
And then, you know, for those of you that have been, you know that if you're staying in Bethel, Sunday River's right there. There's a lot of restaurants right on the street. It's a nice New England cottage neighborhood style feeling place, and it's a great way to spend a weekend. So
nice.
Only about an hour and a half from Portland too. Not too bad.
Excellent. So we can give a shout out here. We got Adam Easton coming on YouTube, telling us y'all YouTube series is right on point. Thanks very much, Adam. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Adam.
Awesome. Yeah, it means a lot. Even here on this holiday week, we get people tuning in. Of course, this is recorded, so if you're seeing it in the recording, you can still post your comments. We're streaming simultaneously live now to YouTube and Facebook simultaneously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we do look at our comments, so
sure.
Anything you want us to cover next time, let us know. We're happy to do it.
Absolutely. All right, now let's turn our attention to the Casco Bay market, which Casco Bay, as a reminder, is defined as the area between Cape Elizabeth to the south of Portland, up to the northern along the coast through Portland to the end of the Phippsburg Peninsula. It forms like that big C, right, into Casco Bay. So currently, we have 102 active listings on the market. That's down from 5 from last week, and 35 homes are under contract. So we are still seeing pretty good activity for the waterfront.
A few months ago when we started this, the high for homes under contract was only about 10 more. Mm-hmm. So you can tell the market's still pretty robust even through the late fall, early winter.
Right. It's not uncommon, especially in the coastal markets. We do see it as winter comes in, the closings will pick up And then it might slow off a little bit January, February, and generally it goes flatter, and then it picks up again.
Sure.
Casco Bay region had 12 closings since our last market watch. Lowest priced end brought us a condo with water views in the Knightville neighborhood of South Portland. For those who don't know, Knightville is the neighborhood to the left of the Casco Bay Bridge as you're crossing into South Portland.
Right. Right, kind of by Yankee Ford, over in that area, everything along the water, that's all Knightville.
Knightville, cool. This condo was a 2-bed, 1-bath, 1,000 square feet. Good size, relatively small, but a decent size. Sold for $199,000 on its list price.
Yeah, so still, decent price condos around. You can get affordable places to stay for sure.
28 days on the market, so good time in the market. And it really seems to have been priced really right on for it because, like Matt said, that $200,000 price point, 1,000 square feet with waterfront, not a bad deal.
Yeah.
Yep. Highest priced home sale in the waterfront coastal area is a single-family colonial in Cumberland Foreside, which is an area that we watch. That's just north of Falmouth Foreside. It features 5 bedrooms, 4.5 baths, 4,800 square feet of living space on a full acre.
Monster of a house.
Yep. Notably, it has right-of-way to the water. Right-of-way means that it has access to the water, but might not be on waterfront.
Right. This one's across the Route 88, which is the Falmouth Foreside Road.
Right.
They're on the non-water side.
That's the western side.
But right away, right to the water.
Right. So that's very, very common because a lot of these properties at one point were really large estates.
Yeah.
Multiple acres of estates. And when they were split up many years past, or even in recent years, as they get divided, what they'll do is the lots that were once part of the larger estate, part of the deed will be deeded. In the deed will be rights to the water, right of way.
Right.
That's a really common thing here in Maine. Where you once had large properties, now in multiple divisions, but those subdivided properties still have water rights. Right.
And if you're going to live that close, you might as well have access to the water.
It's nice, yeah. Okay. And notably, the house also has right away to the water, a lawn irrigation system, a whole house standby generator, a cool accessory here in Maine we see quite often. This home sold for $850,000. Which notably is down $50,000 from its original list price after 48 days in the market. Now, that's still a pretty rapid sale.
For that price point.
For that price point. Generally, once you get up into those higher price points, it's not uncommon to see longer days on market. What's notable here is that $50,000 price adjustment. That's the key, right? If the house isn't selling, the price usually isn't so compelling, and therefore you want to really get your price to the point where the market starts to pick up and you get that sale.
And that's what I noticed about the 2 listings we talked about for the Casco Bay. The first one's a good example of what happens when you're priced perfectly. It sells up the average days on market, right. 28, you don't need a price adjustment. And the second one, you can tell that they had to adjust to the market. Right. So it helps paint a story of where the market's heading.
That's right. Good point. All right, now let's turn attention to some Casco Bay news and we'll wrap it up.
So obviously Casco Bay is the water, and the water, one of the big industries in Maine especially, is fishing. So we have some, grim news this time about the shrimp fishing industry in Maine. You may have heard in the past those moratoriums on harvesting fish in Casco Bay, or shrimp in Casco Bay. The group that regulates the shrimp fishery in the Gulf of Maine met Friday. This was 2 weeks ago. Versus on a telephone conference call, and the outcome was unsurprising but still shocking. Basically, they have added another moratorium extended all the way through 2021 on shrimp harvesting here in Casco Bay. The regulators say that they don't have a lot of good news. It's really discouraging, and environmental conditions are not favorable, most notably due to the warming sea temperature.
That's making a big impact. We're definitely seeing the water, especially in Maine. There was a report out just recently over the weekend that the waters around Maine are warming more rapidly than some other parts of the country. Yeah,
the Gulf of Maine, I believe, is twice as fast as the rest of the country.
Yeah.
And asked on whether or not the shrimp are doing better in Canadian waters, they said they're not doing well in the North Atlantic at all right now. And in terms of they assume the shrimp are sensitive to temperature, but they still haven't figured out that mechanism. So science is still trying to figure it out for now. Unfortunately, we can't get any shrimp from our own waters. So.
Yeah, well, there you go. All right, well, anyway, that'll wrap up for our Market Watch and our news. This obviously is a busy weekend going here, coming into the New Year's Eve holiday. A really big festive time if you're in and around Portland in the Old Port.
Yeah.
Right, that's going to be, and they're forecasting nice, relatively warm weather for the coming week. Almost high 30s, maybe almost 40.
Yeah, unseasonably on the warmer side.
Yeah. So that'll be kind of nice, but you'll be able to, if you're in the Portland area on New Year's Eve, it's a hop-in place in the Old Port area.
Yeah, make your way out. You can buy some tickets ahead of time to get through the door easier. So if you're planning to head out, it may be worth it.
Nice, good idea.
Otherwise, you know, every place will have will be open, and now we can go till 2 a.m. versus the usual 1 a.m. The one night a year, the bars can stay open a little later.
There you go. Alrighty. And as usual, we're making new videos every week, uploading them every week. So if you haven't subscribed to our channel, hit that little bell, the subscribe button down below and subscribe. Any questions, reach out to us. We're getting people from all over the country reaching out curious about moving to Portland. What's it like here? How do you find a house? How do you buy a house? We've got a great class that now we put up online, which you can access. Again, there should be a link under this YouTube description shortly if it's not up already. You can watch that pretty much on demand over that class. You want to check it out, how to buy a home in the greater Maine area, and reach out to us.
Yeah, we have buyer's guides we've put together too.
Yep.
So if you're curious about buying and just want some more information, we can send that along as well. Just let us know.
Yep, covers all the different neighborhoods, types of houses, all different things. We're always creating new stuff to help you guys make the process much easier, whether you're buying or selling or investing in property around here.
Yeah, we do that too.
Excellent. All right, so that's it for this weekend. Have a great week. And we will see you guys next week or in the coming week in the videos. So
see you in 2020.
Right. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year's.
Roaring 20s.
Yeah, exactly.
Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.